After 15 months of waiting, we finally received the news that it was time to start production of our new SCAMP. In this video, I'm going to describe the SCAMP production process from finalizing the order to scheduling delivery and picking up your SCAMP. Here we go. We originally placed our order in the spring of 2021. At that time, they were estimating new orders to be about 20 months out. The official email notifying us that it was showtime was received late in the summer of 2022, so the actual wait time was right about 15 months. But after that 15 months of waiting, we finally received the email we've been waiting for, telling us that it was time to finalize production of our SCAMP. Attached to that email was a copy of the sales order from when we first placed that order. The next step was to contact the salesman to finalize the order so that production could begin. During this entire process, we've only spoken to one person, and he has helped us with everything along the way. This whole experience is unique from any I've ever had, so I gotta give them credit for making it very smooth and very easy. He was very helpful. So during that call with the salesman, we actually made quite a few changes to our order. We added some things that we didn't initially think that we would need, and we took off some things that we determined just weren't useful for us and were not necessary. Once all the options were finalized, we were locked in and scheduled for production. From that point forward, there could be no more adjustments to our order. And with all that done, we were finally given the final price that we would have to pay in order to obtain our SCAMP. The $500 deposit, which is placed when ordering a SCAMP, would be deducted from that final price. So now we're back to waiting, but this time the wait was much shorter. In just under 1 month, we received an email notification letting us know that our new SCAMP was built and ready for us to come pick her up. And now that the SCAMP was ready for pickup, there are a few housekeeping items that need to be taken care of prior to scheduling pickup or delivery. They require copies of both front and back of the driver's license for everyone who would be listed on the title. For that, I just took a picture and emailed it to them. There's also a form that must be filled out and returned to them that they call Form 2000. It's a very simple one-pager. It only takes a few moments to complete. It includes license and insurance information, as well as details about any loan if you are taking one out. We turn those items around immediately and then schedule our time to pick up 2 weeks from then. When picking up, you actually do need to schedule an appointment to do so. When you let them know what day you plan to pick up, they will let you know what times are available on that given day. As I mentioned, there is a delivery option also. Since we did not utilize delivery, I don't know too much about it. I don't have too much information, but I know that the cost will vary based upon your order and your location. We did consider delivery because it seemed pretty convenient, but at the end of the day, we couldn't turn down a road trip opportunity. Now that we had scheduled pickup, we then needed to make some adjustments to our hitch. Our old SCAMP Fanny had a 1/7/8 inch ball. The new ones require a 2-inch ball, so we had to swap that out. Also, the new SCAMPs come with a bladed 7-way connector, so we had to have a new plug installed. We were provided an info sheet that told us all of that information, as well as recommended ball height depending upon the size of SCAMP that you've ordered. And the last thing that needs to be done before you can get your SCAMP is to make payment arrangements. If picking up your SCAMP, you can pay with a cashier's or certified check. Alternatively, you can pay with a wire transfer. This option can be used for both pickup and delivery. So with everything ready and in place, we hit the road to go pick up our new camper. From our neck of the woods, it's about a 1,300-mile drive to Bacchus, Minnesota, which we spread out over 2 days. We arrived the evening before our scheduled pickup and stayed in a town called Pequot Lakes, which is about 20 minutes outside of Bacchus. We stayed at a place called the American. The gentleman who we'd worked with in ordering the SCAMP made that recommendation, and I think it was a good call. It was a nice place and definitely seemed better than some of the options, some of the alternatives that were closer to Bacchus. If you do plan to stay the night before picking up, I would strongly recommend staying at the American. So the next morning, we finally went to pick up the new SCAMP. It was really cool to see the SCAMP up in the air, which I'd seen countless times in pictures, but it was nice to see it in person. When we arrived, we met the folks in the sales office, and then they took us to the factory area. We then received a full walkthrough and instructional. I appreciated this very much as they covered everything front to back. They do schedule pickups on the hour, so that time that is available is limited to that hour. The tour was exhaustive and covered everything, but since it must be contained to an hour, I will say that it moves along at a pretty quick pace. It was so awesome to finally see the SCAMP custom built to our preferences in person. This truly is an exciting experience. Also, it's so cool to see the SCAMPs being built and in varying stages of construction. Also very cool is to see the line of scamps that are finished and waiting for their owners to pick up. After the tour, all that remained was just a small amount of paperwork to be completed to finalize the deal. In all, that part took no more than 10 minutes and was actually much quicker than I'd expected, so that was sweet. And at that time, we received a few folders of paperwork containing various user manuals, warranty information papers, and documents required for titling and registration. And with all that done, we were off and embarking on our maiden voyage with our new scamp. We gave ourselves enough time so that rather than heading directly home, we could spend a few days actually camping and beginning to break it in. I must say that with that one trip done and under our belt, we are loving our new scamp. I will be sharing videos soon talking about that camping trip and also providing a tour of our new scamp. I also will be talking about the options that we decided to go with for our new scamp and also those things that we decided to pass on. Thank you for watching, and if this has been useful at all, please hit me with that thumbs up. And think about subscribing if you'd like to catch our upcoming videos. There will be plenty more coming because scamps like us were born to camp. Well, alright guys, later.